Indiana, population 6,000. If any of my friends or family are there or watching online, we love you guys. No downgrading Boonville, Indiana, population 6,000. But I did notice about something when I was looking through pictures of the Shelton men in Boonville, Indiana from years past. We were looking through photo albums and stuff, and I'm like, that's interesting. Okay, well, there it is again. Okay, well, apparently every Shelton man in Indiana was a hunter, all right? And they didn't hunt just certain things, they hunted anything. I mean, like, any picture you see of a Shelton man in Indiana, there are dead squirrels, there are dead wildlife of some sort in every picture. Wedding pictures, bridegroom, a dead deer, like hanging right here. It is the weirdest thing. Every Shelton man, and I remember this. I remember learning, if hunting is offensive to you, I'm sorry, but I know that I learned how to skin squirrels. We ate every part of the squirrel. If you've never had a brain sandwich, I'm just saying, try it. It's amazing. Yeah. All right. We'll be serving it after service. Squirrel brain sandwiches, fried onions. You know what I'm talking about. But we hunted. Well, for some reason, my brother, the other male Shelton in my family, is not a hunter. My nephew and his side is. And so this past year, Robbie and I decided we'd have this male bonding thing, and we learned how to hunt. Yeah, doesn't that, it's either innate and you're ready to go, or you have no clue what you're doing, all right? I had no clue what I was doing, all right? I remember learning to skin things, but shooting them and the appropriate stuff, I didn't know what to do. So we found this wildlife course way in the back of Durham County somewhere. I don't even know. We had to stop and get gas, and it was one of these gas pumps that still went click, click, and just one click. We were there, and we arrived. It was the back of an EMS station, and we went in with our paper pen ready to become hunters. Well, one thing I noticed very quickly is that we got a lot of information, but we didn't leave there a hunter. We have to have the experience. We had all the information. I've got the books. I've got the videos. They told me what specifications a deer stand has to be. I've got all that. But that didn't make us a hunter. Similar to how many of you are getting your driver's license soon? Any of these young people? Anyone? All right. Well, even when you become a licensed driver, as you know, thankfully, you can't just read a book and get your license. You have to have that experience behind the wheel. And I am grateful for lots and lots of experience. Am I right, parents? A lot of it. I remember I was giving my daughter Kayla some experience down a 2-lane road, and we were driving along. She was doing great. My knuckles were slightly white, but, not too bad. And I'm like, we're going too far. It's getting sunset. Just pull into that gas station there, turn around, and we're going to start going back home. She pulled up to the gas station, and there's 3 cars coming our way. She pulls directly in front of those 3 cars, zooming, and I'm like, ah! She's like, what, Dad? I'm like, they have the right of way. You almost killed us. She's like, oh, I didn't know that. Slipped her mind that you have to wait for that oncoming. I'm like, did you think they were just going to stop in the middle of the road so you could, we had that conversation. She's a great driver now. Robbie's a great hunter now, but we're getting there. And if you want us to hunt anywhere on your property this fall, we're in. Yeah. So what my point is that sometimes we have the stuff to understand the Bible, the stuff to get into being a Christian, but we don't know the how. And a lot of times preachers, myself included, we have the age-old problem of calling people out when they're drowning and not throwing them the life preserver. And what I mean by that is if you and I went to the lake today and we're having a blast and you're having a problem out in the lake, you're sitting there going, help, Jim, I'm drowning. And I come to the side and I'm like, oh, you know what? You are drowning. In fact, I can tell that you are not paddling right. You should have taken more breaths. You should not, you should not have jumped in that many feet. That was a bad idea. You know, and I could stand on the shore and I can tell you all the things that are wrong with you right now, but am I helping? No. Grab a life, if I'm ever in that problem, grab a life preserver, throw it out to me, get me back to the shore, and then we're going to go from there on maybe what not to do next time. Does that make sense? And a lot of times we say, oh, this is wrong. You're doing this. You should do this. This is wrong. And we're not helping sometimes. One thing I've been very